Hi, welcome to Give Me the Bible, where God's Word speaks for itself. First, let me apologize. I know it's been a couple weeks since I've made a video. Really been going through a rough time in my life. Lost my coworker. He moved on, and I've had to kind of change my approach to the week and just adopt a different kind of schedule. It's been very overwhelming for me. I'm starting to get used to it, though. And I also was on a 90-day kind of nutrition program, and they had me on low carbs, and I had like almost no energy, and I was just sleeping a bunch of times a day and just like getting up from naps and doing work for a few hours and then taking another nap and then working for a while. And I just thought, man, I do not have it in me. I don't have the time to do these YouTube videos, but I'm coming out of it a little bit. I've got some carbs back. I'm learning my schedule a little bit better, and I wanted to get back to making these videos and be back with you and opening God's Word together. I want us to look in Genesis chapter 1 as we talk about God's solution for racism in the Bible. And God's solution for racism really is rooted at the very start in Genesis 1 when He creates man and woman. He says in Genesis 1, verse 27, God created man in His own image. In the image of God, He created him, male and female. He created them. There's so much significance in those verses when we talk about the concept or the subject of racism. And that is, number one, we're all made in the image of God, which means we all have equal dignity and value as human beings. There is no human that has any more value than another human. And it doesn't matter what we're using to measure value by. It could be your financial situation. It could be your skin color. It could be what you look like, what you dress like, your style, your hair length, or the way that you carry yourself, just in general. It doesn't matter. If you're a homeless person, if you live in a mansion, you're still an image bearer of God. You still have the inherent dignity and supreme value of being made in God's image. And if we don't understand that concept, we'll never understand the need to not look down on somebody for the color of their skin. It has to come from this central teaching. And this is what bothers me so much, is we have this concept of evolution in our culture, and we want to hold to this concept of Darwinian evolution, where it's about the survival of the fittest, and whoever's superior and strongest will win out. And all that does is create friction and competition between human beings, because we're all in this evolutionary race to the top. Even though people may not say that, it really is one of the logical conclusions of evolution. And I know we try to make it sound more sophisticated and say, well, no, actually, we're evolving in our intelligence and in our understanding of how life works, and so now we've kind of reached an evolved, more civilized version of ourselves where there is no longer any racism. I'm sorry, that's nonsense. That's never going to happen until people recognize we are all made in the image of God. Secondly, what we see from this verse is that we all come from the exact same ancestors, Adam and Eve. They are our father and our mother. That's it. That means there actually is no such thing as racism, only tribalism, because we're all the same race, the human race. Human is a race. Skin color is not a race. Skin color is just an adaptation of where you grew up and what you were exposed to in certain areas of the country. It's an example of what's called microevolution. It's not macroevolution where you're changing species, but there are these small adaptations in the pigmentation of skin color and things like that over time. But we're still from the same race, all of us. So to look down on a black person, or for a black person to look down on a white person, either of those cases to say, well, that black person is a lower race than I am, that's ridiculous. They're the human race. You're the human race. So until we really grasp that concept, we're not fully going to understand God's solution for racism. It's rooted in the fact that we are made in the image of God, so we all have equal dignity and value, and that we're all one race. And what it really comes down to is a sense of tribalism, that my group of people is superior to your group of people. And tribalism has always existed from the very beginning. We'll explore that in the next video. But tribalism could exist for any number of reasons. It could be your skin color is different. It could be your culture is different. We don't like your culture. It could be our God is superior to your God. In the polytheistic tribes of the ancient times, each tribe had their own God. And their God was territorial, and their God was in control of a particular tribe. And so, hey, our God is better than yours. So we're gonna oppress you and subject you to our rule and our authority. Could be financial. Could be we're a richer people than you are, and our tribe is gonna look down on your tribe for being poorer than we are. We're obviously more superior. We're better than you because we make more money. We figure this out. You see, it doesn't matter whether it's skin color or any of these other reasons. Tribalism is really at the root of the problem, thinking that I am better than another human being for any reason whatsoever. That's the real problem here. And I want us to talk about God's solution, but I just need to define the problem a little bit better before we move into the solution. I hope that that's clear and helpful. Lord willing, I'll see you next time.